Hey, what the fuck's up, YouTube? God damn it, it's a pre-show to our podcast. We're out here recording live on YouTube for all of you to see. Buddy looks like the Kool-Aid man came on his face.
He did.
Did you come too? Was it consensual?
I don't know. I didn't come today. I normally do. Like, at least, yeah, I didn't come today at all.
None?
Not once.
That's odd for you.
It's very odd.
Ever since I know you, you've been whacking, jacking, smacking?
Let's put it this way, man. Ever since I figured out what jacking was, every church I've ever visited has been jacked in.
Yeah, but when's the last time you were in a church, son?
High school?
Yeah.
Well, now. Yeah. Well, I went to like a church for some like wedding bullshit.
Stay close to that.
I know. Yeah.
So, yeah, we just stopped talking for a second. It's the YouTube. I'm sure by now you're familiar. What do you got tits on the screen for? Just saw some butts. Butt. I
got that bar for me. What the fuck is up? I hope I get my Reese's peanut butter cup. I like the way you've been smelling. Out here, demons be dwelling. What you gonna smell like when I get done? I hope you got some Fix-A-Flat for that bum.
Fix-A-Flat for where you scat. Oh, crap, man. Hey, it's fucking Halloween. Did you fucking Mimos do anything for your holiday? I know that I sure took my kids to get some candy. It rained. The fuck?
It did. It got cold as hell, too, man.
I like the cold. The cold's cool,
too,
but it got wet and it was fucking up my corpse paint. You know what I'm saying? You can't go out like that. You can't
I brought an umbrella, though, man. Got an umbrella, fella.
I guess that's what you got to do if you're committed to the paint.
Yeah. That's what you gotta do.
You talk for like 2 seconds so I can get the shit all booted up.
That's what you gotta do. Make a baby wear the poo. Comes the fuck out. Does it smell like shit or trout? Oh, gotta get my fishing supplies. I hope you're into ladies and not guys, but I don't really care. Do what you do, just as long as you put it where they poo.
Whew. All right, man. Got it all set up on the social media. Maybe this time we'll remember to turn it off afterwards. They just pulled up any old Baphomet.
Hey, man, that's the one, dude.
Yeah, man, that's that guy. He's coming up with the fucking solutions. Solve my pussy. Oh, yeah.
Been studying the left-hand path.
I just don't like how he's got that science pussy. You know what I mean?
Or math pussy, dude.
Math? That's science, dude. That's like medicine. They got that science dick or pussy or whatever the fuck. Y'all do some math.
Fuck that.
Mathomet. Would you fuck that thing, man?
Man. It's got tits.
Yeah. Would you fuck it? I'd fuck it.
What's it working with under
Hey, I don't like how strong that one looks. And that's like the original one. You know what I mean?
Well, it's strong.
It's got that shoulder definition that I'm not trying to deal with.
If it's got tits, man, and it's like if it's a female but it's got muscles,
I'm built the same way when I'm lean.
It might be
I got tits and fucking traps. Tits and traps. That's what it'd be our clothing brand, dude.
That's the first
tits and traps.
That's the first female to ever do a hand job right.
Squeeze it, bitch.
Yeah.
Well, look at that one. We're watching Mark pull up Baphomets. Did you do that because I saw butts on your screen earlier?
From our podcast.
Butts.
Tell me when you're ready.
Let me swig this shit real
Hey, man,
quick.
fire up some like fucking retard porn.
Basically, we're
Fuck.
I like to watch Phoebes fuck.
I was staring at Prince Fielder.
Fuck, dude, I touched my face. That's a development for you.
That's cool. Yeah, fire that one up. That one's sweet.
Oh, yeah, dude.
That's a fucking Darth.
It's got huge knockers.
Yeah.
Someone went hard on the tits for that Baphomet. I got a tit job. But why are your shoulders still so strong, dude?
I would definitely not get a fucking foot job from that thing. Look at the
man,
hooves.
you don't want a hoof
Goddamn.
job. You don't want that hoof job.
Oh, man. Especially if they hammer in the fucking horseshoes in it.
Man, you know what a cool thing to do is make them bend over and chow puss and then fuck the feet. You know what I mean? Like you put them on the side of the bed.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, man. It rules.
Yeah.
That shit rules. You can't do that to old fucking pig feet over there.
Nah, dude. That's like getting your fucking dick sharpened like a pencil.
That candle's blazing too, son.
Yeah, man. It's a fucking...
This thing is mad exaggerated. It's like a Gulf Shores airbrushed Baphomet.
That's a real boss in fucking Star Wars, dude. Look at the lightsaber, dude.
Man, the fucking medicine dick's all lit up. They really want Baphomet to be strong out here, too. Look at the leg definition on that thing.
Yeah, dude. God, that pussy, though. I know.
It's all fur underneath. Pubes start real high.
Okay. This old big league screw, man.
Is it like wearing a fucking... Is it wearing a mask, too? Can't see it.
Well, it's like, man, is this a lady or a guy?
Yeah, I don't like that.
Dude, really, it's fucking Marv from fucking Home Alone with a mask on with tits.
Yo, God, that one's fucking hot.
Lady
of the morning star.
We don't really care who you are.
That's a good move if you're a single mom, is just to put the sigil of Lucifer over your C-section. I'm sure people are loving this YouTube stream.
Oh, yeah, they are.
Were you looking for a background image right now, man?
I'm just messing around. You tell me when you're ready to go.
Oh, okay. I mean, I'm looking too.
Okay.
It's Halloween, dude. It's mad loose. But yeah, we can fucking start. You ready to start?
Yeah, man, let's do this shit. Fucking A.
Oh, yeah, dude. That's the fucking Planned Parenthood rally. Sisters of Satan.
They're like, Gary, you didn't know this, but guess what?
You're not controlling this pussy.
Pussy controls everything.
Yeah, man. Whoa, somebody made like a die-cast
Fuck
model.
Yeah, man, that's red.
Did that sound quiet to you? Or is it just my headphones?
It's your headphones.
All right, cool, perfect.
Turn them down.
That's good. That's good there.
Turn them up if you want.
No, you don't have to at all. I'm just making sure.
Okay.
People doing Baphomet cosplays out here. Is this just the top Baphomet images you got going? Look at that fucking thing. That from the Columbine kids' notebook. Here's what I jack off to. It's got pubes. I like it. Look, you go back to that one. It's got like that fat, it's got a fupa, dude. Look at that, where the lingerie pinches set right there.
It's realistic, man.
Well, I
that.
could probably have sex with something that looks like that, I think.
That's like a fucking... I bet that clit's like a Captain D shrimp basket, dude.
Yeah, they have the shrimp clit.
Yeah.
The cock smell sauce.
Oh, that one's in shape. Is that a fucking hog, dude?
Wow.
That's how I like my Baphomet. Are you a... Oh, no, definitely not.
There's a rump.
Oh, fuck yeah.
man.
That's a good one, dude. That thing's head fucking it, dude. It's getting fucking... Now that's getting head. It's 8 heads.
All right, should we start? We should start.
No, I'm just looking at fucking Lucifer pics. But yeah, we can start whenever. I don't know about this fucking deviant art picture on the screen, though.
I mean, DeviantArt actually has some pretty radical shit sometimes.
Oh, does it, buddy?
Yeah, man.
Deviant art.
Deviant.
For art and deviance. Yeah, that's the one. Let me see that dick.
Yeah.
Dude, that thing's packing, son.
Man, Shafty.
What is this? Is that from like Samaria?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it looks mad Sumerian, dude. Dick. That's on Illuminati Exposed, too, dude. I don't like how when the Satanists made that devil or the Baphomet thing that they took the tits off, dude.
There you go.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's what I like.
Okay, that's the one.
That's gotta. I should put that on the side of a van. God, dude. Anything that's like holding a sacrificed woman is side of van material. Okay, boy.
Have you seen the new?
Oh, there that boy is.
Have you seen the newest Weregoat fucking album cover?
Yes.
Oh,
Don't you have that? It's
No.
like the. Oh, okay.
No, I wish. I should just get it. It's sweet. No, that one's sweet too. But
Yeah, but it's not the new one.
yeah, it's not the new one.
Hounded with a cross.
It's the third one.
Hey man, y'all tell me, how old were you guys when you watched The Exorcist?
Right there. That's so cool.
Yeah. How old were you guys when you watched The Exorcist?
It's probably 15.
15?
Yeah.
How about you?
I was probably 26.
How about you? You were young as fuck, right?
Oh yeah, I was.
Unedited.
I watched it when I was like 9.
Man, I caught it on TNT numerous times, and it was
Yeah.
Are you talking about whenever Monster Vision was on with Joe Bob Briggs?
Yeah, dude, Joe Bob Briggs on Monster Vision was dope.
That was my favorite dude.
Man, but dude, when I first saw that shit, I was like 9, and she's like, "Let Jesus fuck you, let Jesus fuck you," and like hammering that little fucking peepaw with the cross. We're like the same age, and I was horned up. It's like, oh god.
Yeah.
I didn't understand how pussies worked that either. You know what I mean? You thought it was on the top.
Well, I mean, you could just shove
Yeah.
fucking crucifixes in.
Yeah, I didn't understand what the trauma was coming from. I thought it was just like a portal.
It's like, oh fuck. It's like getting a fucking fresh oyster.
Yeah. I don't know, but man, that shit made me hard as hell. Well,
You guys good?
yeah, we've been YouTubing the whole time.
You pubin.
Here we go.
That's everyone's favorite. All right. Welcome to Death Metal Talks. Back into the void with Christopher Pearson, Buddy Lloyd. We are so happy to have you guys here tonight. It's Halloween, and boy oh boy, have we been drinking.
Yep.
Man, it's gonna be. We're gonna finish up Richard Ramirez, and then just for our audience tonight, we decided to do something special and have a seance. See if we can get a hold of Richard Ramirez and find out any unanswered questions, which aren't a lot because he pretty much told us everything.
Yeah.
Maybe we can ask him if he killed that little girl or not.
Yo. I feel
Is that how to make a spirit malevolent?
I don't know, man.
Malevolent.
Might get shit broken in the room.
Yeah.
Have
We
you
should've-
ever done a seance before?
No, have you?
Man, I've only done like
Just say no.
I've only done like a gayance where you conjure
Yeah.
up oh fuck, what's that dude's name? Liberace. I conjured Liberace one time.
Yeah, you got under the candle, bro.
Dude, he kept calling himself Liberace. I was like, this sucks.
Yeah, yeah. You know what the problem with Liberace is that old gay Jews love to come.
And they love pears. They love pear wine,
Pear one?
I guess.
Dude, I watched that, I don't know why we're talking about this now, but I watched that Under the Candelabra, whatever movie, where like Michael Douglas is the old gay, strong Jew Liberace, and Matt Damon's the young gay Jew that he predatories upon. You seen that shit? It's an HBO movie.
No, man, it sounds awesome.
It's pretty lit, dude. He basically bamboozles young men into getting fucked by an old gross man because he's got tons of money and diamonds.
Yikes.
And it's 3 hours of that. Is that not something
It's
you're
3
into?
hours?
Oh, yeah. And he pounds
Wow.
that fucking ass.
I feel like I need to get some hot oil.
Would you get pounded by Michael Douglas?
Man. Devil's Advocate, Michael Douglas?
Yeah. Man, what a ripper. I got to watch that movie again.
That's a good one, dude.
I'm sure the effects are
There's
bad.
some great tit scenes in that.
Yeah. Well, first of all, we want to thank you guys so much for hanging out with us and tuning in to Death Metal Dicks again. We've done 2 parts of Richard Ramirez so far. Number 3, we don't have a ton left. If you remember the first part, we kind of dissected Richard's life, how he grew up, where he came from, what drove him to the point to kill and to consider himself an actual soldier of Satan. We know Richard Ramirez came up with this belief system where everyone that he killed, he would end up taking to hell with him, and he would reign with Satan, and they would be warriors under his army in Satan's kingdom. I don't know where the fuck that came from. There's no information anywhere leading to that. I'm guessing just a hallucinatory experience from PCP. Heroin and cocaine fueled Richard Ramirez into some sort of thought pattern that made him feel like this was a logical step.
You know, wherever you bought like the fucking PS2 version of Mortal Kombat and they gave a fucking like autobiography each character?
I never had a PS2.
You had a Pretendo?
Yeah, dude, listen, man, here's how my video game console life went, all right? When Super Nintendo came out, I got regular Nintendo. When PlayStation 1 came out, I got a Game Boy Color. When PlayStation 3 came out, I got a PlayStation 1.
Sweet.
Wait, what PlayStation are they on now? Maybe it was PlayStation 2.
I don't know. 4?
Yeah, who gives a fuck?
Who cares?
You play video games?
Every once in a while.
What do you play?
Skyrim. Mortal Kombat.
What did you say? Scrum? Scrum.
I don't know. I mean, I've never really got really into Skyrim because I don't know. Fuck.
What are you saying?
Bung.
Skyrim?
Scrum.
Scrum? What the fuck is Scrum, dude?
That's a southern way to say Skyrim.
Skyrum?
Yeah, dude.
Is that a liquor?
Yes.
Skyrum?
God pee.
Are you sure that's a game?
Continue.
You can't talk, man. Skyrim. Why are you saying rum? What the fuck are you doing? Yeah, we've been drinking, man. We took our kids trick-or-treating.
Yep.
And now we're going to do our podcast. So where we dropped off was where Richard Ramirez had just had his way. I guess I'll hold these notes. He had just had his way with his last victims, right? He raped, what was her name, Inez, and beat the shit out of the guy. And he escaped in an orange Toyota. And the kid that saw him escape in the car was looking at him because they had been showing that sketch that halfway looks like Richard Ramirez, and they sent the license plate number of the orange Toyota, and then they found the car abandoned. They went and searched the fingerprints on it, they being the police, and because they got the fingerprints that they needed, finally, they were able to run them through a database, which this was the 70s, and it's not like they had the greatest technology in the world, so they couldn't pull up fingerprints. You know, now everyone's got their fingerprint in the system. I think you have to do it to get an ID, or you do it in school. You know,
I remember being in kindergarten, first grade.
Yeah, they fingerprint you, dude. The police come in and you have to fingerprint this chart thing with your picture on it. That's fucking creepy.
That's weird.
Yeah, because if you're not going to do anything
because
wrong,
you're brainwashed. The police are good people.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Nah, man, the trick-or-treating thing we went to today, the first thing we stopped at was this giant thing put on by cops.
Oh,
and they're being friendly and handing out candy. And they were telling my kid, you could do this when you grow up. I was like, oh, man, no, you
hell
can't.
No.
Not under my watch.
We're going to do the opposite. I'm going to make barbecue, motherfucker.
Yeah. So you think barbecuing's the opposite of being a police officer?
Yeah, man, you fucking roast pigs, dude.
Oh, shit. That joke was deep.
Dude.
Shit, I got off track. The fingerprint shit. Yeah, so they had the database where the only way they could get your fingerprints is if you were already a criminal in the system. So if you had been arrested before, which of course we know that Richard had several times, twice for rape, none of those charges stuck, but he spent some time in prison for stealing cars, and they had all they needed from him on database. So once they got a full fingerprint of the car that the reported Night Stalker had gotten into, that pulled up Richard Ramirez's file about 24 hours later. And so as soon as they got that information, bam, all over the media. On the radio, they broadcast the name Richard Ramirez. The TV stations were showing pictures of him 24 hours a day. And of course, the newspapers that had just come out that morning had his face plastered all over him. So what I picture is a 1970s cop movie where you go to the newspaper stand and then they have all those front-facing newspapers and magazines and it's just a picture of one person. Well, apparently Richard woke up in the morning, walked out and saw one of those newspaper stands plastered with his face and said wanted, the Night Stalker, and it was his actual picture now, not just a sketch. So he was like, shit, and he looked around and he noticed that everyone was kind of looking at him and he wanted to get the fuck out of where he was at. So he tried to do what he always does, which is stealing cars. And he ran up to a lady he saw just get in the car, and he tried to go Grand Theft Auto like he does and throw her out of the car and carjack her. Well, when he tried to grab a hold of her, she started screaming. And this was a Latino neighborhood. It was in Los Angeles, East Los Angeles. I had the name written down, but who cares? East Los Angeles. He's pulling this lady out of the car. She's screaming. So people start to come to her aid because he's yelling, give me the car. And she's yelling, I'm getting carjacked. And so a bystander comes up and he's running up to where Richard's at. And Richard's like, hey, don't come any closer. I'm going to shoot you. And the guy said that he didn't see any guns. So he was like, I don't give a fuck. And ran up and started pulling Richard out of the car. He couldn't get Richard out of the car. Then him and the lady start beating up Richard. And by this time, it's in front of her house. and her husband had heard all the commotion, and he runs out of the house with a metal pipe and starts beating the shit out of Richard Ramirez with a metal pipe. And Richard's still able to get away from them. He starts running, and then her husband yells at their sons, "Hey, don't let him get away." And so now there's 6 people chasing Richard Ramirez. I imagine it's some type of...
I know.
Let's catch this murderer.
I was thinking, like, I know we've mentioned this before, man. Fucking Little Nicky, dude. Remember whenever they're like, that's the guy from TV whenever his brother possesses the fucking, like, chief of police or whatever.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And the Asian guy's like, there he is.
They all start chasing.
And then they play POD. They play POD. They're like, you were in the downtown.
Dude, POD came up in my life this week because we were listening to the Nappy Roots. You know, oh, no, hell no, boy, man. You up and done it, man.
Oh.
There's a POD remix of that song. Did you?
I know. Did you see
How
the
did
music
you
video?
know? No.
You see the music video?
There's a music video.
Oh,
dude. Shit. We got to check that out after this. It's a POD Nappy Roots collaboration.
It's the only cool thing the Lord's ever done, dude. It's the only cool thing, man.
Man, Nappy Roots is just like a combination of Outkast and Trillville and fucking country attire, Carhartt gear,
basically
coveralls, cut off coveralls. Nappy Roots? No, Nappy Roots is not good, man.
That?
The POD thing is pretty good, but
that's what I'm saying. It's fucking amazing.
That's who you're going for, the best modern rap.
Just that song alone with the POD remix, man. That's the only thing that'll save me.
When you get to the pearly gates, they're going to ask you to name one cool thing that Jesus has ever done. And if that's on your tongue, you're probably going to be good. I'm going with DC Talks Jesus Freak.
Yeah, you're wrong. Man, there's actually 2 things good that the Lord did.
Jesus Freak? No, that's not good at all.
No, that's not good at all. Nappy Roots POD?
Yeah.
Church cheese.
What's church cheese?
Man, you know whenever you living on them food stamps when you're growing up and they got the church cheese, it's like American cheese, but it's on like a fucking like styrofoam meat tray and they saran wrap it.
Oh, yeah.
That's church cheese, dog.
Yeah, why is it church cheese, dude?
Because it's church cheese.
That's where you get it from? Yeah, you got to go to the fucking...
They're like, hey.
The food bank?
It looks fresher in this.
Yeah, it does, though.
It's like a fucking cheese tux, dude.
Fuck, man, we're getting mad off track. We've been drinking. So the whole neighborhood's chasing Richard Ramirez. And Richard Ramirez is Latino himself. But as we knew, he didn't come up with like a strong family structure. But, you know, Latinos are infamously sticking together. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You can't just fuck with one of them. You get the whole neighborhood. So the people are chasing him around. And this story is hilarious to me because as he's running from this mob of people, he's like jumping fences, going through backyards. And the dude who catches him starts beating him up with barbecue tools.
Fuck yeah.
He's like smacking him with spatulas and tongs and fucking lighter fluid and shit. And then they catch up to him. They start...
Bitch slaps him with dry rub.
Oh. McCormick. They fucking slap him. And they get a hold of him, they put him on this curb, and then once they put him down, people notice, like, oh shit, it's the fucking guy from the papers, it's the Night Stalker, and they start kicking the shit out of him, and as that happens, the police pull up, and Richard knows he's in hot water with all these people, and he starts screaming for police to help him, admitting that he's the Night Stalker. He's like, yeah, I'm the fucking guy, it's me. Ugh, you're drinking that McCormick. I'm the guy, it's me. And so police pull him out of there, and police actually fucking saved him from getting killed on that street corner right there. And that's the end of old Richard Ramirez, man. They stuck together, kicked his fucking ass, you know, and he got sent to jail. Don't mess with minorities, you feel me? You're going to get put where you belong. Serial killer, whatever type of evil shit you're into. And then, you know, Richard Ramirez went on trial. His trial's infamous. It's fucking incredible, man. The attitude that he had in trial, being charged with 13 murders. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You've seen the videos?
Yeah.
I mean, cool as a cucumber. Relax the whole time. And what that did is it just made women horny. So horny.
So, yeah, that's what's crazy.
I mean, he had, like, beautiful feathery hair, horrible teeth, and fucked up breath. It didn't matter. He just, the way that he carried himself just wetted vaginas all across America. There was not a dry panty when Richard Ramirez was on the TV screen.
No, I mean, yeah, dude. What blows my fucking mind, what blows it is like, his whole idea about like anytime he does something and gets away with it, it's all Satan.
Yeah.
But like since Satan is like about murder and fucking sex, which I mean, is he really though? But I don't know. But like his version is for sure, and it's working for him. It works out great.
Yeah, he actually, I mean, except for the prison part, that's not cool. That's not what he wanted.
Okay.
You don't want to be in prison. There's no way that Richard Ramirez's divine will was to use Satan to get himself locked up in prison.
Maybe it was, man.
It definitely wasn't.
Think about it, dude. Okay, so you're a psychopath.
Yeah.
You have no understanding of how, like, you have no empathy.
Yeah.
So a hole's a hole. Dude, imagine how many dudes he fucked. He fucked a bunch of guys for some
if you're on hole patrol like that, then
cold mayo and cheese fucking church cheese sandwiches.
Yeah.
He's fucking doing that shit, man. And then fucking on top of that, you got these fucking pigs just sending him messages.
Well, weren't you telling me that you get conjugal visits in jail?
Yeah.
So he was pounding hole because he got married, dude. He ended up getting married, and the girl that he married, they were gonna put him to death, and she got him from being put to death by saying that if they killed him, she was gonna kill him herself.
Yeah.
Like she was going to kill herself. She like sent them pictures like, hey, if you put him to sleep this night, I'm killing myself too. And that like got him more appeal time because he ended up when the trial goes through, an incredible trial. It went on for as long as a trial possibly could. There kept being shit to stall out, which is always crazy to me about America is that he is admitting that he did all this shit. I mean, he won't say things directly. He's real evasive. He's in the media. But he admits to killing. He's always like, oh, no, I killed. I love to kill. He's got that famous quote where he's like, yeah, I've killed. I love to kill. I just pull out a gun and shoot someone in the head, and I sit there and watch them wiggle and squirm until they die. I love it. Or I stab them and watch them bleed out. I love the blood.
Well, it's like when I went to the Museum of Death in New Orleans, man. Yeah. Some of the letters I wrote, it was like where he was asked the question, what's your perfect man or woman? And he just put Jack the Ripper.
Never turn your back on the Ripper. Yes. Oh, man. Hey, did you get the lyrics to Halloween?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, fuck yeah. You're prepared. More prepared than me.
That's what happens when I drink.
That's our song for the night. We took a little step away from death metal because it's Halloween. And no matter what type of metal is your favorite, if you don't respect King Diamond, you're posing. Yeah. Posing as hard as one possibly could.
Go ahead and leave.
Or kill.
Leave.
The world. So everyone loves King Diamond, man. So we're doing Halloween by King Diamond. It's only appropriate. October 31st. It's our first Halloween special. I expected like a creepy sound effect from you. Instead, you just adjusted your microphone. But yeah, man, on trial. Richard Ramirez, cool ass customer. He's wearing sunglasses in there. He's relaxing. He's kicking back. He's laughing at shit, And we always try to make a point to let you guys know we don't exactly celebrate serial killers, but we do talk about serial killers all the time. It's kind of the main point of the podcast. So I think he's the coolest serial killer of all time, if that's all right to put him in that genre. And here's why, man. This fucking speech that Richard Ramirez, they're about to sentence him to death. He knows. It's like, you're found guilty on 13 counts of murder, and you're in front of the judge, and you're at that moment where most people that are serial killers or murderers or any crime you've done that's serious enough to get you a giant chunk of time or put away for forever, you've got that next hearing from when you've been found guilty, and then your sentencing trial. And when they sentence you, they're going to hand it off to you. And what was on the table for Ramirez, it was either death or life in prison without the possibility of parole. And a lot of people at this time, for whatever reason, always find this road of like, oh, I don't want to die, man. I just want to be in prison forever, which would be way worse to me. I'd much rather die. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm sure if you were in that moment, it would probably feel different, I guess, for whatever reason, because you're kind of faced with the reality of what your future is going to be. That makes me wonder if prison's as bad as it is supposed to be, because these motherfuckers are always trying to get out of being put to death.
Would you just like, I know for me, if I was a psychopath, I would just try to take as many people as I could until they just went ahead and moved my sentence up to where just like, all right, we're gonna kill you today.
Yeah, what happens in prison? They just end up putting you in solitaire? Like, you just keep killing people and they just put you by yourself, or what?
You just fuck dudes and fucking put hot sauce on everything.
You really like that. I think that you would enjoy yourself.
I mean, would I fucking
You would make the best of it.
Would I fucking dude?
Yeah.
You think I would?
Yes. In prison, if you got a life sentence and let's say you wanted an extra pack of ramen this week.
Oh, fucking them.
Yeah, exactly, man. You're an opportunist.
I'm fucking pounding
You're
that
a
shit.
slop-opportunist.
I'm gonna pound that motherfucker and then put my ear up next to it and go, wow, that's a Pacific Ocean I hear. I'm getting deep in that shit.
Yeah.
But
Would you try to get both balls into?
Richard Ramirez, he got married in prison, man. Like,
Yeah. No, he's getting conjugal.
Think about
dude.
the fucking...
He was conjugaling.
Think about the heartburn that woman had. Because
Yeah.
he's fucking pounding dudes that just pour hot sauce on everything.
Hey.
He's shoving it up their butts.
My.
Shoving it in her mouth. She's like, all right, Prolosec OTC.
I fuck the holes of girls and guys.
I don't care as long as they got thighs. I'm sexually attracted to males and women.
That's not how Neil Young songs go. Neil Bung.
I don't listen to Neil Young.
Why not?
Because it's not Erykah Badu.
Is Neil Young my Erykah Badu?
It fucking is.
I'd way rather have sex with him.
I mean, there's not like a Saving Silverman for Erykah Badu.
That's Neil Diamond, you dumb fuck.
Same shit.
No.
Is it love songs?
No.
What is it about?
Old men and fucking. No, it's not love songs. He doesn't have any love
It's
songs.
old men and fucking.
It's
dude,
about
a
like
love song.
it's about like farming and shit like that, dude. Neil Young's like
So love
taking
song.
America back for growing corn.
That's Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah, it's mad similar, dude. He's a man's man. He's rustic.
Wait, who the fuck are we talking about?
Neil Bung.
Oh, you're right.
That's dumb. So Richard Ramirez is in court, and he's being sentenced to death or life in prison. And again, most people, when they get to that point, they freak out. They don't want to get put to death. They see the electric chair. They hear about the lethal injection. Whatever it is that spooks them, they want out. Even though, no matter how nihilistic or suicidal they've acted before, when they're faced with that decision, something just happens and they decide, no, I don't want to be put to death. But not young Richard. My man triples down.
Wait a minute. I know what you're saying now.
Yeah.
I got it now.
Okay.
There's a girl that never go to school. She'll never be popular. She'll never be cool.
Yeah.
I got you, dude.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't think it's a girl in the song, though, but whatever.
Whatever.
She'll never rock and roll either. You forgot that part.
Yeah. All I know is
never be cool.
the best Marcelo Garcia highlight is that.
Yeah, that's true, man. He's choking the dog shit out of people with that song. That's kind of how I got into Neil Young.
And me too, man. The ding.
Yeah, man. He's choking the shit out of people. What a cool highlight.
It's so good.
Yeah, you know the only Latino that's choked more people than Marcelo Garcia?
Richard Ramirez.
Richard Ramirez. Yeah, so when Richard, so when you're facing the judge and they're like, all right, before I decide what to do with you, do you have anything else to say? What would you say? If you had you're either going to get put to death or you may get out of jail and you got to say something, what would you say?
Hail Satan.
Okay. That's what you would say?
Yeah.
No, you wouldn't.
Fuck yeah.
All right. Well, you're as hard as Richard because here's what he said. Richard, you're going to be quite possibly put to death. Is there anything you have to say for yourself? It's nothing you'd understand, but I do have something to say. In fact, I have a lot to say, but now is not the time or place. I don't know why I'm wasting my time or breath. I mean, I wish he wasn't wasting his breath because his breath is fucking terrible by all accounts.
Yeah.
He needs to keep that shit to himself for sure. That's the worst part about him talking. I would like to hear him talk, but I would not like to be in the same room. But what the hell? As for what is said of my life, there has been lies in the past and there will be lies in the future. I don't believe in the hypocritical, moralistic dogma of this so-called civilized society. I need not look beyond this room to see the liars, the hate, the killers, the crooks, the paranoid callers, the truly trimodotes of the earth. Each one is in his own legal profession. You maggots make me sick. Hypocrites, one and all. And no one knows that better than those who kill for policy, clandestiny, or openly, as do the governments of the world which kill in the name of God and country, or for whatever reason they deem appropriate. I don't need to hear all of society's rationalizations. I've heard them all before, and the fact remains that what is. You don't understand me, you were not expected to. You are not capable of it. I am beyond your experience. I am beyond good and evil. Legions of the night, Nightbreed. Do not repeat the errors of the night prowler and show no mercy. I will be avenged. Lucifer dwells within us all. That's it.
Hell yes. That's the coolest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, I'm saying, dude. They're trying to tell this guy to say something to keep him from getting put to death, and that's what he says, man. Yeah.
What is it with boys like that and halitosis?
I mean, I guess when you're on the prowl for raping and stabbing, you don't care much about brushing your teeth.
I mean, that's literally the cool statement.
You know, here's the thing about bad breath, man. I think a lot of people don't understand. Perhaps this will help. You got to floss, you know? If you don't get in between your teeth, that shit rots, and you just get this horrible, deathly rot smell. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can brush 8 times a day. It doesn't matter if you're not flossing. You got bad fucking breath, man.
Most people don't floss have dolphin teeth, too.
Yeah, they don't cram together, dude. This is what happens is you chew food with your teeth, and there's gaps in your goddamn teeth. You don't have one tooth. If you had 2 big-ass teeth that just ground shit up, that would be ideal. But that's not the case. You got a bunch of goddamn teeth, and when you chew, things get put down in that hole. Now, if you like the smell of rot and decay, like dead, for example, you huff dead bird smell, don't floss. Let that decay smell fester within your mouth. But if you like to eat pussy, you gotta floss that shit. You gotta get something in there. I mean, they make plastic sticks with floss on the end that you can just jam down in there and rub around. It's
like, is gingivitis the main cause of stinky pussy, dude?
You think they got plaque puss?
Yeah, dude. Think about it, man. They got that tartar.
They got that plaque hole.
They got tartar buildup in that fucking clit, dude.
Yeah, it could be, man.
I don't know, man. But you know what I would do with them old fucked up gap teeth? What I would do? Well, I wouldn't do it, but I'm sure somebody would. Let's see. I would go ahead and take a bone saw and cut the top of the head off. Right?
Yep.
Right here.
Oh, between the jaw line.
Yeah, man. Get some old boy like Jamie Thomas to start at the back of your teeth. Fucking push up to the front.
Who's Jamie Thomas? A skateboarder?
Yeah. Okay. From Zero. And fucking push up from the back of your teeth to the front and then do a leap of faith out of your fucking jawline.
For what? Just to cure bad breath?
Nah, man, for the coolest trick in the world.
Well, that's spectacular. Spooky! The Halloween special. Well, I think we got some shit ready to do this seance, gayance. We're going to do it right now. I've never been a part of a seance before, but I can tell you this. I read about it for a good 20 to 30 minutes. You know what I mean? And I feel like that is enough to make me a professional in the dark arts. You understand what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
I've been thinking about this all week long for some reason because, you know, I got to work. I fucking basically have worked 7 days in a row for the last, 3 weeks. And when this shit happens, it makes me want to stab everyone around me. And I start thinking about, how am I going to get out of this cycle? You know what I mean? And it's almost impossible to get out of. So if this shit doesn't work out fast enough, I know for a fact that I could go into being like a Southern Baptist preacher.
Yeah.
And make big fucking cash. Do like a mega church type of situation, you know what I'm saying?
Finish this, dude.
Oh, finish the McCorm?
Yeah, dude.
All right. Well, everyone that listens to Death Metal Dicks knows this is a monumental moment here. We've had this handle of McCormick since the beginning. You know, I bought this because I started the ketogenic diet and I couldn't have anything but fucking straight liquor. Weaned off the beer with this, And wow, man, I can't believe it's gotten all the way to this. We actually drank half of it in like one episode before.
This is the Gerber.
It's just been
fucking
around.
booze, man.
Yeah. Well, fuck, man. I really don't want to drink this because it's so gross, but it's a monument to what we've done so far. So while we're setting the sigil up, I guess I'll just pound this McCormick. What are we gonna do with this? We're gonna send this to a listener.
Yeah, man. We'll let's sign it.
Yeah.
The three of us. We should all sign this, man.
Yeah.
And then send it to somebody, man.
What
It turns into a candle holder at this point.
Yeah, we're about to use a candle in it. But the question is what does someone have to do to earn this monumental treasure?
What do they have to do to earn it?
Well, I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? We got a contest of some sort. Because we got the roast contest that's definitely coming to an end here today. Today is October 31st, man. We got to read that shit off. All right, well, I'm going to pound this. You keep setting
I'll tell you what.
You got to talk
This is
while I
what we
drink it.
should do, man.
Yeah.
Somebody talk to your buddies that are in a band and make us a fucking song.
Oh, yeah.
Make
Okay.
us a song.
We got bands, but yeah, I get it. I don't want to do my own song. That's so cheesy.
Yeah, I
You
don't
know
want
what
to either, man.
Yeah, if you make a Death Metal Dicks intro, this fucking McCormick bottle, that will certainly never be worth anything, but the sentimental value that this holds is palpable. And this is so gross that we've gone all the way through it.
Yep. This is a physical sigil.
Yeah. It's a sigil. Look at the McCormick M.
Yeah, dude.
That's my new sigil. All right. You talk for a second. I'm going to fucking finish this bullshit off.
Man, we want to make, like, here's the thing with metal, man, is we are true fans of it, and we want to help out people that are good and they love the same things we like. If you're good and you're good at writing riffs, I love riffs more than anything in the world. I start my day out. That's my religion, riffs.
Oh, that was way more than I thought.
Yeah, man. Tom G. Warrior style, you writing riffs like that shit, hit us up. You writing some fucking Morbid Angel riffs, hit us up.
We're not gonna. I mean, I don't feel like police watch Facebook Live or YouTube Live. I really hope not, because Jesus Christ.
You're driving home tonight?
No, don't say that. What the fuck, dude?
I'm driving home from your house.
The law could be watching. You're driving home from here.
Okay. Listen.
All right. This is probably turning into bad podcast territory.
Well, here's the thing, dude. Cops are like biceps, man. They don't work their wrist out. And if you're going to come up to our fucking window to talk to us, you're getting wrist locked.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
leaving
gonna
the
get
scene.
locked the fuck up. All right, guys. So we've got our producer Mark in the room, and we've got our friend Tim. They've got a podcast together called Epizootics of the Blowhole.
Bang.
And we're going to do a seance real quick, and we're going to use the energy of all four people to conjure Richard Ramirez back from the grave.
That's the one.
That will fit in there. So, Buddy's lighting candles.
Need a lighter. Anybody got a lighter?
This is a great reason to tune into YouTube, is because we do cool shit like this all the time, where we'll all right, we do cool shit like this all the time, and you can't see it obviously in a podcast. You can only see it on YouTube, but you can hear it on a podcast. And basically what we're gonna do, you put four of them in there and you'll stack it up. Buddy's trying to line up a candle holder with the McCormick bottle.
Yes.
Oh, fuck.
3, 3, 3, 3, 3. You want
keep,
a fucking booger on me, you piece of fuck?
But yeah, man, we're ready to worship Satan. We're ready to call the devil in here. We're ready to get the sweet, dark Lord in the room. I think what we can do here tonight is something that's never been done in podcasting, and that is speak with Richard Ramirez. You know what I'm saying, buddy?
Yeah, man.
I believe in it. Do you believe in it?
Do I believe in it? I believe in it, dude.
Yeah, that's the only way to make it work, from what I understand, is to have total faith.
The only thing that I believe in, man, is the Dark Funeral album, Secrets of the Black Arts. I've read those lyrics 100 fucking times.
That's the same shit that we're dealing with right now.
That's what we're
brother.
about to do, man.
Yeah, that's a great record, man. I love Dark
That's
Funeral.
my favorite.
Here's the only
record.
thing I can say bad about Dark Funeral is that Lord Amaran guy. Boy, oh boy, does he look like a fucking dork. Have you seen any pictures of him, dude?
Yeah.
Hey, here's a question for all y'all. Here's a question for all y'all death metalers out there.
Does he really look like...
What's up with the sunglasses? I'm not feeling the sunglasses.
He don't wear no sunglasses.
Yes, he does. I'll fucking show you a picture. No,
Okay,
you're gonna argue
fine.
about something stupid. I mean, you're gonna get fucking hacked.
Without the face paint or with the face paint?
No, without the face paint.
Okay, that's different.
Now the face paint's lit.
Now I
dude.
think you're thinking of
he's out
like
here
fucking.
painting.
I think you're thinking of blasphemy.
But Cannibal Corpse. No, I know exactly what I'm thinking. But it's like the sunglasses that Cannibal Corpse wears.
Yeah, man.
Explain that shit. They're small, round, ovals. What type of sunglasses trend is that?
Police.
Yeah, you might as well have
Darth Thrones the cops.
transition
Oh
lenses.
fuck, man. That's why the last album was blue.
Oh, the thin blue line.
Man,
Hey, should we turn the lights off for these candles, man?
let's get naked.
Yeah, you gotta have it completely dark. You gotta clear your mind. So what I want you to do right now, if you're listening to this podcast, you need to free your mind
I need another
from
lighter.
all distractions. Are you out of juice in the
I'm
lighter?
out of juice, dog.
Fucking hell, man! This is not good podcast territory.
That's
People
okay.
are trying to listen.
That's what people.
People are probably on flights.
You know how many times you said this is not a good podcast? This is a great podcast. You know why? Because we fuck up people like that shit. It's real.
Yeah, that's true. You could have the morning radio type of podcast. We're like, whoa, whoa, whoa. We got a joke. Here comes a joke coming right at you right now. We got another joke for you. Let's hear Wacky Henry Zabrowski. Whoa! You know what I did this weekend? Steal someone else's podcast. Ah!
God damn it.
But yeah, man, we're not professionals. We're death metal dicks. We're fucking death metal band.
We're original.
podcasting.
We don't still fucking just preach jokes.
We don't take anything. But what we do is have seances for Richard Ramirez. But yeah, that was I should wrap up, and that was the conclusion of the Richard Ramirez story. I mean, basically, he went to jail. He got married. He had tons of women just trying to get at him. He was on talk shows. He was heavily sought after by the media. Get some cool ass interviews. We don't have the technology to play him for you, but you gotta just take a look on the internet. I mean, he's not cool because he was a pedophile, rapist, murderer, but so was Kevin Spacey. You know what I'm saying? He is cool because he was in league with Satan. And he represented it all the way to the grave. He died of cancer in prison. He didn't get put to death. I mean, he wrote it out, and then his most famous quote of all time on his deathbed was he said, "It's no big deal. It's always been part of it. I'll see you in Disneyland."
God damn.
That's hard. No one's cooler than the double R, brother.
The New World Order.
You mean like the Wolf Pack or like the actual New World Order?
No, dude, not the actual one.
Like the Too Sweet.
The actual one's just a bunch of fucking people
You
that
didn't
make...
even light that one.
I know, it's not working right.
You suck.
It's like a fucking fat fucking prison cock.
I hope you guys are. Yeah, dude, that's the only thing I ever think about, man. Not that I would ever go on a murder streak, but that's got to be the number one deterrent, right? Is going to prison. Maybe it's just some racial normatives we got to get past, and prison won't be so scary. Because what's the scariest thing about prison is giant black hogs.
Look at that fucking...
That one's going, dude. If we can I'm gonna get this one going.
Yeah, man.
We'll get this boy going.
It's like a butt.
Lighting candles is a lot of fun, dude. I feel like I'm about to bone. Bling, bling, bloom, bloom.
Display some typo.
Yeah, y'all like typo negative, man?
All right, look at this shit.
Yeah,
We're
it's
getting...
nice.
Hey, man. What the
I guess while we're doing this, we can plug fucking. You gotta check out Professional Pirate Media. That's they're doing some good stuff, and they also help us out a bunch by hosting this shit because I would have no idea. I mean, we could make a live video, but it sounds great on YouTube. We got microphones, cameras, things of that nature. We could take a look at. Oh, look at that live stream right now. Ooh, are you conjuring or am I conjuring?
I'll conjure, man.
You can't read good enough to conjure, dog.
Yeah, I can't. You're the medium.
Let me conjure.
You okay?
Whoa, okay, I'm the medium, but I shouldn't I be doing the thing?
If you conjure, man.
All right, so first things first.
I fucking Googled it.
I'm telling you right now, I read a good 20 minutes about how to bring demons into your life. You think Richard Ramirez has got to be a demon, right? You think he got what he wanted?
I don't know if he's a demon. He's probably a general in Satan's army.
Do you think John Novice? How do you say it? Novicev?
No, not a Veet.
John Novice. You think he got what he wanted, man?
Dude. Okay. Storm of the Lights, Bane. Yeah. That whole album is great.
It rips so hard. So when you get to hell and you made something that good, that's my question.
Yeah, dude.
So you get like the way
he got a purple star from hell before he fucking went there.
Yeah. Because it rips so hard. Hey, did you ever see his face tattoo?
Yeah.
Oh, that's the same tattoo as Mike Tyson. Who had it first? Is my question.
Oh fuck.
John from Dissection or Mike Tyson?
Damn. That's a fucking.
I think John had it first, dude. What if Mike Tyson is in league with Satan and he was brought into the light by Dissection?
Is it a tribal tat 666 though on Tyson?
No, it's a 666.
Yeah, dude, because he's like,
okay. I
he's
can't
like,
see.
I feel like
It's mad tribal, dude.
Well, he's like, this
It's
is
there's a shitty pentagram without a circle around it on it, but there's no. I mean, it may be like a 666, and some artist may have been like, look at the tribal design of these 666.
Well, fucking John's like, hey, this is my fucking birthmark. I just fucking went ahead and let somebody put it on me though. It was like it's already there, but I just wanted to.
No. That same tribal is a tramp stamp on Tammy's butt.
Oh yeah.
And John's face. Anyway, I just hope he got what he wanted, man. You know, that's a tragic story. You make some of the best metal of all time, and you sacrifice yourself to Satan.
Yeah.
And then you just hope that my man became a dragon in space for the devil. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm hoping for.
All right. So first things first. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna be the median. That's on a highway. I'm gonna be the medium.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be the double XL.
Fuck, you should have wore a road cone.
I wear some road head. So first thing, gentlemen, we got 4 guys in the room. Like I said, we got the cast of Epizootics of the Blowhole with us, which you should listen to on iTunes right now. I mean, not right now, but when you're done with this, or you can even pause this and just subscribe to that shit, son.
Pow.
Give them a 5-star review, son.
Pow.
And, you know, we're going to get close tonight because we're going to be holding hands.
Sensual.
We're going to be believing with everything that we have that this is real. I believe it's real, 100%. Look, y'all heard this before, but I made a pact with Satan one time because this girl was cheating on me, and she got multiple sclerosis. So let me tell you, the devil will provide. He's 100% real. I know for a fact I've seen his good works in action, brother. Buddy, do you remember the time that I made that homeless guy in Houston sell his soul for a 6-pack?
Oh,
and
yeah.
ice cold 6-pack of craft beer.
Hey, man.
I was a man of my word, brother.
He goes, hey, man. He's like, hey, God bless me. Like, hey, fuck you, dude.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. I gave it one beer. He was like, y'all got any money? I was like, nah, but I got some cold beers, dude. And I gave him one beer. And he goes, God bless. I was like, hold on. Give me that beer back.
In fact, I popped this is when you had the van.
Yeah.
I popped the trunk of the van and I grabbed my fucking whiskey and I was like, you go ahead and you fucking sell your soul to the devil right now.
Uh-huh.
And we're going to have a party in this fucking parking lot.
And he giggled about it for a second, and we're like, no. What we need you to do is denounce Christ immediately and take Satan into your heart, and you will have living proof of his many blessings with whiskey and a nice cold 6-pack of craft beer. My friend, you have probably never tasted craft beer in your entire life, but tonight you will receive Satan's blessing through hops and malt and art into your body with a bounty of carbonation if you will denounce your Savior and accept our Savior. And he immediately did.
Oh, yeah.
He took one sip of that ice cold IPA and boom, he was in the game. And he denounced Jesus and he accepted Satan and he got drunk as shit on some good shit.
He did.
He would never get drunk on that.
Except
if he was able to get drunk, it would be like Mad Dog.
Except for the whiskey. The whiskey wasn't good.
Nah,
shit.
man.
But hey,
but
you know what's cool about that, man? Is we did this, dude. This is what we did. We saved that guy's soul.
Yeah, for sure. He's going to hell now. Thank God.
And on top of everything else, this is not satire. We really did this.
No, this
shit.
for sure happened. No, 100%.
Hey, guess what, man? Before we got there, I got pulled over because I was driving and I was ripped.
Ripped.
And I was going the wrong way down the road.
Is that when you wrecked into that car at that show?
Yeah. But that's not why I got pulled over, because I'm going the wrong way.
I know. Yeah.
And then these like gutter punk dudes are having a show. We showed up and scratched the side of their car, and I was like, all right, I'll be right back, man. And
what happened is we Googled metal shows, dude. We Googled metal shows. We showed up to a metal show. You were ripped, and I was like, are you good to drive? And you're like, oh, fuck yeah. And you started to park my van, and you fucking smashed into a car, and you were like, oh shit. And this dude like came up and got close to the car, and you cracked open a cold beer and handed it to me. You're like, hey man, just drink this real quick. We're gonna park where we can actually fit into. We'll come back and take care of this shit. And then we just took the hell off underneath the smoke of Satan that clearly freed us from the binds of police brutality that evening. I'm just saying right now, I'm building a frame to why I wholeheartedly believe in Lord Satan. And I know for a fact that if we put all of our faith here tonight, we could conjure up the spirit of Richard Ramirez into this room, into our producer's house where he sleeps. Not my house. Yeah. I think he may get absolved into the tapestries, though, probably.
If there's a child that ever sleeps there, wake up to a bountiful fucking amount of Skittles.
What if you just start smelling halitosis in your house all the time, dude? You just get cursed by breath. He doesn't ever hurt anybody. He just fucking breathes everywhere.
What if dentists are fucking actual like exorcists, dude? Like
in a way, they are, man. For sure. You get those fucking fart demons out of your mouth. Just use floss. You don't ever have to go to a dentist. Look, man. From Jump Street. If you're listening to this podcast right now and you're 18, I don't care what plans you have for the future. You could be going to medical school. You could have dropped out of high school. None of that shit matters if you ain't flossing. Hey, man. You gotta get something fucking that fits in between your teeth, Quit fucking around, man. You probably brush a lot, but that doesn't do shit. Brushing's a lie.
If you're fucking in prison and you're letting like two dudes fish hook you where they're opening your mouth.
Yeah, well, it's open. Get a floss in there.
But no, man. But you're letting dudes bukkake in your mouth. You got gingivitis, and if you got gingivitis, man, you need to be brushing your fucking teeth the right way, because you know what? You got tartar control in your mouth, and you got tartar control in your hole. Yeah.
Hole control. All right, guys, let's get this seance on the way. Are you ready, buddy?
Yes.
Are you ready? Epizootics of the blowhole. No, Mike's perfect. All right, so first of all, we're going to need to bring Satan into the room. I need everyone to quit fucking around and be serious right now, because if Satan comes in here and you're fucking around, you might catch a case of multiple sclerosis. You don't want that in your life. What you want is ice cold beer. You got to be serious. This is the roads that Satan gives you. One path, MS. Another path, IPA. You can choose yourself, brothers and sisters, which road you would like to travel. And I assume it's ice cold beer. So, before we bring Satan in the room, I just need everyone listening to this podcast right now to take your day of work off your mind. Take your commute to work off your mind. Take your boss, your kids, your wife, your mom, your dad, your corn record collection off of your mind and get serious about Satan right now, because I am about to invoke him.
Deep breath through your nose, deep breath out your mouth. Deep breath out your nose, deep breath out your mouth.
In nomine de nostri Satanas Luciferi excelsi. In the name of Satan, the ruler of earth, the king of the world, I command the forces of darkness to bestow their infernal power upon me. Open wide the gates of hell, and come forth from the abyss to greet me as your brother and friend. Grant me the indulgences of which I speak. I have taken thy name as a part of myself. I live as the beasts of the field, rejoicing in the fleshy life. I favor the just and curse the rotten. By all the gods of the pit, I command that these things of which I speak come to pass. come forth and answer to your names by manifesting my desires. Oh, hear the names. Abaddon, Adrilevich, Akpuch, Aramane, Amon, Apollon, Asmodeus, Asaroth, Azazel, Balberith, Balaam, Baphomet, Bast, Beelzebub, Behemoth, Baret, Bile, Chimish, Chemisries, Coyote, Dagon, Danbala, Demogorgon, Diabolus, Dracula, M.O., Euronymous, Fenris, Gorgo, Habarim, Hecate, Ishtar, Kali, Lilith, Loki, Mammon, Mania, Mantis, Marduk, Mestima, Melek, Toss, Mesophiles, Mestili, Mictitian, Midgard, Milcom, Moloch, Mormo, Namath, Nurgle, Nahasa. We made it all the way through the letter N, brother.
Hail Satan.
Hail Satan. We got Ninja, Oyama, Pan, Pluto, Proserpine, Plaka, Rimmon, Sabazitos, Samael, Samu, Sedit, Sakith, Set, Satine, Samad, Shiva, Supe, Tanmo, Takort. I'm going to do the rest of these like Saturday Night Live. Live from New York, it's Tuesday night! Starring Terizka Paula, Thamoth, Thoth, Turadiah, Typhoon, Yastin, Yallowang, G. Smith, and the Saturday Night Live Band. All right. Satan is here. I can feel it. Can you feel it?
I can feel it.
I can feel it. I'm rock hard.
Rock. Fucking hard.
All right. We got to join hands. We're going to hold Buddy's hand. You're going to hold Tim's hand. Tim's going to hold Mark's hand. You're not going to hold hands. I'm going to hold Tim's hand.
How do we do
We got a three. It's so tight.
This is a three-way.
Someone's afraid of Richard Ramirez. All right. Well,
It's me. It's the breath.
oh, yeah. Well, here's the deal, guys. Right now, we're going to try to reach the other side, okay? So what I'm going to do, brothers, is try to invoke one Richard Ramirez. Richard! If you're out there, I swear to God, we have got no Colgate, no Crest, no Aquafresh. You will not be harmed if you come upon this room. We have got no Oral-B. We've got no Plackers. We've got no type of breath freshening We've got no Trident. We've got no Dentine, brother. If you come into this room, thy breath shall be unbroken. We're looking for smells.
And the special fucking threat of dentistry.
We're looking for metal.
Toms, no fluoride.
We're
Because
looking
it's
for
the Illuminati.
Oh, I feel something, buddy.
Oh, God.
I feel it. Oh, I feel it in my balls. I feel alive. I feel electric. I feel like I'm living after midnight.
Wow.
Well, what's going on, man? What's going on? What's going on, brother?
Are you Juan Valdez?
No, man, brother. I'm looking for a smileless, black tooth grin, brother. You smell it? I smell like Zagley's.
Are you Dimebag?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Fucking A. Hell yeah, brother.
About. I need a smileless black tooth grill. I need
ain't
a
got
7-7. Hey, man, I could never be summoned back to hell as long as my brother never plays new metal and they're still flying that sweet Dixie flag above Alabama.
Hell yeah.
Are they doing those things still?
They are.
My brother's not playing new metal?
Oh, he is.
Oh, no, man, no, man. Are they still flying the sweet
wait.
Dixie flag above Alabama?
No. But when you died, brother.
He's gone, man.
Yeah, that was the damage plan.
All right, let's keep trying. Okay. All right. I think the problem was we didn't concentrate hard enough. So let's use your minds for a second. Let's what is Richard Ramirez really like? What's he really into?
Asian pussy, man.
Asian pussy?
Old Asian pussy.
Old Asian pussy. That's true, man. But is he into it or does he hate it? That's what I can't figure out. Does he like it or does he hate it?
Man, you know how like you like cheese dip, but you hate it because you can't stop eating it?
Yeah.
Same thing with old Asian pussy, dude.
Man, I got possessed by Dimebag Darrell, and I feel like
you could play some guitar.
Maybe. Let me think about this for a second. What could bring Richard to the room, you think? Let's concentrate real hard. You smell that?
Fuck.
You smell it?
Yeah, dude.
It smells like breath. Hot breath. It smells like Rafael Alvarez in here, brother. I think he's around. Listen, hold on. Richard. We, your humble fans, want to know some things. First of all, Richard, when you have entered into hell, have you been absolved of that terrible stench in which you carry in your mouth? Knock once for yes, 2 for no, 3 for pubes. It's pubes, I knew it. All right, that doesn't make sense for the question. Let me ask you something.
It does, dude, because he's flossing with them.
Oh, yeah, but whose? Richard, first of all, thank you so much for coming on to our podcast, man. We're big fans. We really like what you're doing, dude. It's a big honor. You know, a lot of comedians, they got podcasts and they get guests on, and sometimes they level up and guests, and you're like, wow, man. I mean, we're just so thankful that you could take time away from your busy touring schedule and be on our podcast. But, you know, I know this is much bigger than that. You're not touring, you're actually living in hell, which is where we're all trying to go. And you got there by way of killing 13 to 85 people in that range. Richard, look, here's something that the media just has to know. You remember Mei Ling? She was a 9-year-old Asian girl. You were in a hotel in San Francisco, and you in 2009, they pulled DNA evidence off of her, and they had found her body in the hotel you were staying at. Did you kill her? Knock once for no, 2 for yes, 3 for Lamb of God is a terrible band. Oh, he's fucking right, man. They're so bad. It's a terrible band, dude. This is such a bad band, man. It makes sense, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I understand where you're coming from, Richard. That's a really bad fucking band. All right, Richard. So, all right. So, Richard, you've been in hell for about 8 years, 10 years now. Man, Richard, you've been in hell for about 10 years now. I know I'm going to hell for sure, and you know you went to hell and trying to control an entire army. And you went to hell by way of killing a bunch of people and raping and mutilating. And in your mind, you thought for sure if you did this that you would be part of Satan's army. I don't want to do any of that shit. You know what I'm saying? I also don't want to be in any type of army. It's a lot of hard work that I don't particularly want to do myself. But what I would like to do when I get to hell is play some kick-ass metal tunes. Maybe take some good hell acid, blow some hell cocaine, you know what I'm saying? Have some hell sex, Find some of those sugar walls they got in those fucking tight poons down in hell that I've been hearing a whole bunch about. You know what I'm saying? So if you, if I keep doing this podcast and I make it to hell, do you think just by way of preaching the good word of Satan through a podcast, I could be satanic royalty? If you would knock once for yes, twice for no, 3 times for only posers get Slayer tattoos, let me know. That's one knock. We're gonna make it, buddy.
We're doing it.
What does that feel like, man? We're gonna go to hell.
I got chills in my spine. It's all fucking crooked.
We're gonna take hell acid. We're gonna touch those sugar walls, man. What else do we want to ask Richard Ramirez? You got any questions for him, buddy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Whenever they were like, the guys that sat around the round table at Taco Bell, similar to this one, like kings,
Yeah.
and queens and warriors
Sure.
with wizards,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
and they made that fucking nacho cheese chalupa. Remember that?
Yeah, I remember it.
Was that personified as you, Richard? I feel like you're a cheesy boy with cheesy dreams. And not cheesy in like the fucking...
So just to make sure, you want to know if the nacho cheese chalupa was in fact fashioned in the manner of Richard Ramirez.
Yeah, man, because the big
Okay.
box, the fucking $5
Yeah.
big box?
Yeah.
It's got the taco, it's got the Doritos Locos,
Yeah.
and it's got the Baja Blast.
Right.
Whenever he Baja blasted those old Asian women.
Yeah, he Baja blasted him
He
for
fucking
sure, dude.
Baja blasted
It was a hot desert wind coming in there.
Was that you, Richard? Is that what? Did you influence Taco Bell? I need to know. And if you did, it's 1 knock for yes, 2 for no, 3 for fuck Del Taco. Fuck Del Taco. That answers in multiple ways.
Yeah, I think that's the answer to 2 questions because
Yeah.
obviously Taco
That's
Bell.
yes and fuck Del Taco.
Yeah, I would agree with that. You kind of trapped them in there. That's a good way to grab the situation by the nuts. You know what I'm
Fuck
saying?
Del Taco.
I got one last question for Richard Ramirez. First of all, Richard, I know that when you were on your killing spree, there was not black metal. It was Venom. Venom was out the first wave. You know what I'm saying? The second wave hadn't come about, but surely in prison you had the access to media. You'd seen the church burnings. You'd found out about Varg. I don't think that you were alive long enough to see Varg's YouTube channel, The Thulian Perspective. My main question is
the Thulian perspective Norwegian for Del Taco?
it's fries with sour cream, fam. That's what Thulian is. My question is for you, Richard. Last thing we're going to ask you, and then, we'll let you go. If you saw what Varg was up to today, well, you'd see. Yeah, obviously you see. If you're in hell, you see all media. You've seen the Thulian perspective. You know that Varg is trying to preach European heritage, trying to preach driving around in Toyota trucks with lots of firearms and ammunition and having a weird wife and 2 European kids and just doing creepy shit in France, doing karate, showing people how to sword fight when you have no idea how to. My question is, do you approve of what Varg is doing? Type 1 for yes, knock 2 for no, 3 times for the biggest posers in the world transition from listening to Korn to listening to Skrillex to listening to Ghost Bath and Death Haven.
He's really getting into that shit. Wow.
That's exactly what I thought, man. So basically, Varg is still cool as fuck, but everyone that's opposed to listens to Death and Richard, we thank you so much for being on Death Metal Dicks. And I'm going to tell you right now, every show that I do from now on, I'm going to include Richard Ramirez has been on my podcast. That's my number one credit. I very much appreciate you being here with us tonight. This has been a pretty fun Halloween special.
Yeah, man. Well, I think the idea behind the last question he answered, was like he was wearing those Afifas, man. And, and then like everybody else that you mentioned, like black metal wise, that's not real black metal.
Yes,
they just wear Italian leather shoes.
They wear real fancy shoes. We talked about that, but Death Haven is wearing the loafers.
And a lot of people hate them because like Italian leather shoes are really hobbit shoes, and as we know from Varg, they're Jews.
Yeah, hobbits are Jews. I hate them because they make really bad music. That's my main problem with them. It's so bad. Man. This is, we tried to have fun with this. I think we had a good time. Yeah. Death Metal Dicks, first Halloween special. We did it, buddy. High five for the mics in the can. You know what I'm saying? Thank you guys so much. Follow us on Facebook, Death Metal Dicks, KRISTOFERM, Pierce, Buddy, Lloyd, Professional Pirate Media, Instagram, Death Metal Dicks.
Lloyd Have Mercy, 666.
Smells Like Teen Chris, Pro Pirate Media. Twitter, Pro Pirate Media. Death Metal Dicks. What's your name on Twitter? I just saw you got one.
Oh, yeah, I just got one. It's
Buddy Lloyd?
No, it's Lloyd Have Mercy 69.
Oh, yeah.
I try to treat everything
sexy.
I try to treat
eating box and getting socks. That's what I like, baby.
Yeah, I try to treat my shit like all the things I didn't do in high school.
Yeah, like fucking.
Yeah, so I just wrote. It's like basically like it's the new high school binder. Yeah, that's what fucking social media is.
I feel it. Yeah, and then Death Metal Chris. We're out here, man. We love talking to you guys. You guys have been talking to me and Buddy so much. And it's great, dude, because...
We love it, man.
Fucking work. We do podcasts, do comedy shows. When I run into people that have heard of the podcast... I mean, last weekend I was in Nashville, and I fucking did a show, and I had, like, 3 different comics come up and tell me that they'd heard about our podcast. One of them heard about it from Sam Talent. Shout out to Sam Talent.
Yeah.
Gotta check out the Half-Hour Prophecy. That's my fucking mans in them. But that's it. Happy Halloween, guys. What a fun fucking holiday. Because it's the only time that it's cool to... Hey, I was thinking tonight, what's the difference between people that are juggalos and black metal? Because this lady pulled up to me and my kids and looks at me and goes, "Hey, sir, that's a cool costume." And I just go, "Thanks." And then I hear the person in the passenger side go, "No, it's not." And I just wanted to break him in half, but I was in front of my kids, so I couldn't. And I was like, they think I'm a juggalo. That's exactly what happened. I knew they thought that I was insane clown posseing out here. And I think that juggalos definitely have sex, and people that listen to black metal definitely just sit in their room and think about how to keep European heritage alive.
Yeah. And what kind of sex they could have.
Yeah, but they can't because there's no Europeans nearby.
Yikes.
Booyakasha. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in to Death Metal Dicks. Buddy's got the lyrics to King Diamond's Halloween. That's what we'll take you out on. We're so happy you guys tuned in. Hail Satan. Hail Beelzebub. Hail all portals of hell. We shouted out all the demons tonight. You feel me? So we're going to let that ride. Hail Dimebag Daryl. Buddy, give him King Diamond's Halloween.
Oh, it's Halloween. Every night to me is Halloween. Like an ancient scene. You know just what I mean. Halloween. You are my pride. Halloween, not just a dream. The moon is full. Another perfect day has begun. Like a demon's eye, that devil's eye. Will we ever die? And then there's a solo by Mike. Halloween. You are my pride. Halloween. Not just a dream. Solo by Andy. Every night will be another evil scene. Like in horror dreams I command you to scream. Halloween, you are my pride. Halloween, not just a dream. Halloween. Halloween!
That's been it this week, guys. Hope you had a great Halloween. Thanks for checking us out. This is coming out on the Thursday of Halloween, so we'll see you later. You know what I'm talking about. You feel me? You know what I mean? We'll see you guys next week.
Instead of a sigil of Satan, let's do this. You get you some face paint. You paint your fucking balls orange. Maybe put a couple lines in it. Make it look like a pumpkin.
Yeah.
Put some eyes and a mouth and a nose.
Say it.
Your shaft is a stem.
Amen.
Is it a jack-o'-lantern? No.
It's a whack-o'-lantern.
Whack, whack, whack me off until I turn my head to cough. It's a fucking special day.
Turn it off, we're gay.